Today we're watching shocking and crazy Instagram reels we found. The algorithm threw them at us. This is my first time seeing them, so I'll watch them with you. Let's go. Got a pothole on the road, I see that. Looks like this person's got one dog on the leash. I can't tell if these other dogs are her dogs or the person's dogs. Guardian Life with Alice. Must be her dogs.
Listen.
Oh, shoot. Nice Rottweiler. Alright, so this person who's walking these dogs, her dogs are relatively dominant or confident because we see their tails up. The dogs that are around the silver truck are a little bit more submissive, right? So they're kind of postured up. She's walking up with her two dogs. They're definitely more confident. The Rottweiler's on a leash. The other tan dog is off leash. And so as we approach, the first dog outside of the truck here has its tail up. It's wagging. Now the tail goes down. Hackles are up, so it's unsure. It comes up in a submissive posture, but her dog is maintaining tail up. And hackles are raised, which means it's aroused. But it's kind of doing its thing. Then this other dog charges it. And then as soon as it turns around and charges them back, they run away. Right? So they're not really looking for a fight. Then it does actually correct one of the dogs, which screams, and they all run around the back. All these dogs around the silver truck, they have unsure body language. Her tan dog drops the tail right here because I'm assuming it's submissive compared to the Rottweiler, actually. But she has pretty decent control. And what are you supposed to do here? Right? You got these other dogs. I do the same thing as her. I just keep walking by. Right? I would just keep walking by. Ideally, I would just tell my dogs to heel. They'd come over to my left side. We keep walking. Right? And I just walk right past these dogs. Once you get far enough away from them, they'll just leave you alone. They're going to stay around this truck, whatever's going on with that. So that's what I would do in this situation. Not sure what you would think. What you would do in that situation, let me know in the comments. Rider chilling in the park, dog approaching. Friendly dog moves closer. Rider pets dog. Why am I reading this? Rider leaving the park. Gets attacked. Wild dog, run at dog. What is that? Some kind of scare tactic. What's up with this dog right here? Rider chilling in the park. Dog approaching. Not the rider's dog, I don't think. Friendly dog moves closer. So this is just a random dog in the park. The rider's petting the dog. The rider gets attacked by these other dogs, and the friendly dog protects the biker. He's got something on his wrist. Do you guys know what that is? What's on his wrist? Some kind of loud noise that he points and then like slingshots at the dogs. Kind of an interesting deterrent. I'm not sure what that is. But the rider, the person making the video, claims that this dog that approaches is a friendly dog. You know, if a dog approaches me like that, the tail's lowered, the ears are back. I'm not necessarily going to assume that it's friendly. Just FYI, with that body language, they could, you know, be nervous, and then you start petting them, and they turn on you. But it is interesting that the dog did attack the other dogs that came up and stayed with the rider. And it was a little bit scared by the loud noise from the slingshot thing on the rider's wrist. But it actually came right back into the biker, I guess. Interesting situation. See if I can find what this is on the wrist. What was that big dog equipped with on the wrists? No one knows. No one's saying. So you took him home, right? I mean, yeah. Pocket flare. It's just a reference. No real info on what that was on his wrist. But if somebody knows, let me know in the comments. That's definitely interesting to check out. Might be useful to somebody that has an issue with a lot of off-leash dogs. The pack leader, PH. Let's check this out. Walking with a bunch of dogs. Oh. Oh my gosh, dude. Have you guys seen these videos of people walking all these dogs, 15 dogs or whatever, act like nothing bad's ever happening and no ever issues, and then they walk by this dog that reacts and all of his dogs start pulling over there. But then he does seem to get them under control relatively quick. He's using energy. He's using social pressure. All these dogs are submissive dogs too. If you had a dominant dog, that might not be the case. You got to have the right dog if you're going to do this right here, where you're walking with all these dogs. Hey, good control on this guy. But I was just saying, you know how people will post the videos, they're walking all these dogs, they act like nothing ever goes wrong, nothing will ever phase them. This was a good example. You try to do that, but you don't know what you're doing. You never know what'll happen. You never know what'll pop out at you because they're walking. These other two dogs start reacting. Let's watch it again. Right there. All the dogs start going. He yanks on this 15-dog leash that he's got. Starts putting some social pressure on him. Not talking, which is important to note because dogs are nonverbal. You don't have to talk to them. There we go. Gets him back into neutral submission. Starts walking again. Some are still kind of interested, but they're respecting. That's cool. Cool dude right here. Never seen this guy before.
Services tells me the owner has decided to euthanize the dog.
Oh gosh. Oh shoot. Oh. Good God, what kind of dog is that? Rottweiler?
Hey! Get back! Get back! Get back! Are you okay? Is it your dog? Hey!
Dang, that's terrible. But I just want to watch this one more time because I want to see what happens when the dog initially hits the kid and the kid comes off his bike. Right here, it hits the kid. Boom. Kid comes off the bike. Dog runs past. Dog's coming back in. It's not coming in like full bore. It's like coming in to investigate. And then it seems like the boy's like pulling back. Right? Dog jumps up on him. Boy starts running around. He doesn't know what to do. Dog's attacking the boy. So one thing to note, if you are a parent, if you're anybody that is around kids, you got to teach the kids how to deal with these kind of situations. One thing I talk about with my kids, never assume that a dog is friendly. Always assume that the dog is not friendly until it proves to you that it is friendly. Then if you get knocked over in this situation, so I'll probably watch this video with my kids to talk to them about this, but if you get knocked over in this situation, get behind your bike. Use your bike as a shield, which means you have to be ready, right, with that bike to use it as a shield. Start yelling like this kid did, help, help. You know, a couple cars went by, people are honking. This dude right here is the only one that pulled over and jumped out of the car, which is what you should do. If you're an adult driving by and there's a situation, you stop the car, you get out, you start helping, right? That's one of the problems with our society. I feel like everyone just drives by. It doesn't have to be this situation, could be any situation, but everyone drives by, nobody stops to help. Second topic to talk about is the owner of the dog. If you're the kind of person that has a dog in your neighborhood, you just leave the garage in and let the dog run out and about, and the dog has access to get to the sidewalk, and you don't have control over your dog, or you haven't taught your dog boundaries or taught your dog the perimeter of your yard, which we did do a YouTube video on how to do that. So if you haven't taught that with your dog, you know, that's a problem. So don't allow your dog to go off to the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow your dog to have that free access to just go out and about and do whatever without you having complete control. You know, I'm keeping dogs on leash until I have off-leash control with them. Only when I have off-leash training done will they be off the leash. This guy definitely has no off-leash control, no perimeter control with his dog, and it looks like they euthanized the dog. Next up, Bobcat chases woman to her front door with her dog. My assumption is this Bobcat has rabies. Bobcat doesn't care, the lady's yelling. Dog is just kind of doing its thing. Dog's not doing anything. Bobcat's still around. This Bobcat definitely has rabies. Pretty sure that's rabies behavior. You know, something you don't think. The dog's running away too, not even trying to fight the bobcat. Hopefully you got your dog vaccinated for rabies. If not, you got to get that done quick now that you've been bitten, and yourself too. But what are you gonna do if you have a wild animal like a bobcat start chasing you? First of all, I'd be kicking the crap out of that cat. But you see how resilient the cat is on focused on getting to the lady and her dog. You know, kicking the crap out of it may or may not do anything. You know, even if you were to knock it over and step on its head, it's still going to be scratching you, trying to bite you, all that kind of stuff. So what are you supposed to do? For me personally, I'm just trying to think about if I was in this situation, and if you were in this situation, let me know what you would do in the comments. But I'm looking at our leash. I'm like, I can make that a slip lead. You know, once I get close enough to the house, I can take the leash off my dog. Dog's probably just going to run back to the house based on its behavior. Then I could try to slip lead the cat. The cat's not moving that fast. So if I'm going to slip lead around the cat, I can at least try to keep it away from me and the dog. We've both been bitten already because you're just walking down the street. You're not expecting a bobcat to start chasing you like that. So you already got to get the rabies shot. So let me get a slip lead on it, get animal control to come get the bobcat. That's probably what I would do if I was in this specific situation. Cat's not moving that fast. I could definitely get a slip lead on that cat. What do you think you would do? Trust is everything.
Oh, look at that. See, if a car was coming, you could have been killed right there. Good thing you're a smart boy. Not until I tell you, okay? Okay, now, go ahead. I think come here, let me hold on to it. I think the blower's making you a little nervous. That's okay, man. Thank you. Pal, here you go, Bob. Stay right there until I tell you. Sometimes he wants to get ahead of the game, and I don't want him to scare anybody. Okay, now. Go to your spot, okay? Right to your spot. Down. I'll be right back. You stay, be a good boy. Yeah. Hey, Meta, stop recording. From the ball going out onto the road to me leaving him sitting outside the store while I go in. Trust is everything between Pal and I. Our bond and our trust in each other is undeniable. We've spent hundreds of hours practicing all these things. Good boy, Pal. Good boy.
So this is a cool video. Trust is everything. That's what this guy's message is, and I definitely resonate with that message. Respect and trust. Respect and trust. But this is his bond right here. So he probably does this on a very routine basis because you see how the dog knows the route and everything. He goes to the gas station. The dog knows to go hang out in a certain area. He has excellent off-leash control, obviously. Great bond, great adherence, great trust. The dog's having a good time. He's having a good time. He's letting the dog carry the ball. There is like one situation where he makes the dog sit so he can walk past a certain area. Then he tells the dog go to a spot. You know, if you had like I'm not saying this guy doesn't have a high level of training. He's obviously spent a ton of time working on this with this dog. But another option is you could just tell the dog to heel, walk to the area, then tell it to go lay down in its spot. I've done similar things myself with my dogs. Like there was one time I was at a restaurant, local restaurant, Dog and Duck, put my dog in a downstay, Bane, who's laying right next to me. You might have seen him in the video a few minutes ago. Just left him on the patio. I went in to go to the bathroom, came back out. Lady couldn't believe it, right? Lady that was eating her lunch, we talked, and then I ended up training her dog. This is the kind of thing that is achievable with your dog. It does take a lot of time, like the guy in the video said. However, with that being said, you have to make a decision. Is it smart to do it or not? Because just because your dog can hold a downstay doesn't mean you should put him in a downstay and walk into a store, for example. Like this guy does this very routinely. I'm assessing, you know, what is the safety profile of the area? Could someone try to walk up on my dogs? It doesn't respect a dog and not give them their boundary. You know, is it someone that would try to do something to the dog? Is there a potential risk of, you know, ants, snakes, other things that could get to the dog and the dog's doing its downstay? Could a vehicle potentially accidentally, you know, hit the dog? So these are all things you think about when you're doing this kind of stuff. But this is definitely achievable. Like the guy said in the video, takes a lot of time, a lot of repetitions. But this is definitely a high-level off-leash training right here. Definitely got 3 videos in my head that we've got on our channel that could help you achieve this. One is going to be the perimeter boundary, right? That's going to help you achieve the perimeter of your yard for that one dog we saw get the kid on the bike. The second thing is going to be off-leash training. Third thing is going to be remote collar conditioning. But right here, I'm going to put the perimeter video. I want you guys to go check out this perimeter video. If you have a house, if you have a property, if you live in an apartment complex, this video is going to help you. It's also going to cover off-leash considerations as well. So check out our perimeter work video right here. I'll see you there.